that computer call. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Assalamualaikum guys, selamat kembali ke channel Law Effort Opinion. I'm your host Brother Zain, and hari ni aku nak review satu filem yang aku dengar hype dia, pujian dia, audience reception dia memang semua gila babs punya. So I was like, let's see what the hype is all about. From the title of this video, korang pun sudah tahu aku nak mereview 2025/2026's Primate. Primate is a horror film directed by Johannes Roberts. Filem ini mengisahkan tentang seorang pelajar college bernama Lucy yang balik ke rumah keluarganya bersama beberapa rakan dia untuk cuti semester. Dan di rumah keluarganya itu ada menginang seekor monyet lah, ataupun kera, ataupun senang cakap ape lah kan, bahasa orang putih. Ape yang pintar dan cerdik bernama Ben. One day, Ben kena gigit oleh binatang yang berpenyakit rabies and virus ini starts to infect him. And in this movie, we get to see the chaos that this event has caused to our main characters. Itulah sedikit sebanyak dia punya synopsis of this film without giving too much spoiler of course. Now let's get to what I like and what I don't like about this film. Okay, the first thing I like about this movie is the gore. Start movie terus ada scene gore, so I have to appreciate that. And every kill in this movie is well done. Dia tidak nampak fake. And I like the fact that cara gore itu pun dia tidak macam manusia yang membunuh. Dia memang padan dengan animalistic punya killing method lah. Second thing I like about this movie is monyet itu dia bukan CGI way, dia animatronic and mostly played by a creature performer in a costume. Aku dengar dia memang tidak pakai CGI langsung, so I have to applaud them for that because monyet ini memang look realistic from the movement to the characteristic, memang cun semua. So thank you tak pakai CGI sebab aku memang tak suka zaman sekarang everything is CGI. This is not an Avatar movie, okay? So thank you so much for using creature performer and animatronics. Aku memang a huge fan of practical effect because not only it promotes the actor punya talent, but at the same time, you know, it looks more realistic daripada computer generated image. Okay, this next two things aku macam tidaklah ini macam a good point for the movie, but more like honorable mention. One of the honorable mention yang aku nak cakap is the concept of rabies itself. Konsep monyet membunuh manusia ni taklah rare, tapi kalau to adapt the concept of rabies into a slasher horror film, ini memang jarang lah. So I like the fact that they decided to go with a real life virus, rabies, instead of cipta fictional virus macam simian flu seperti dalam franchise Planet of the Apes. The next honorable mention is something yang aku agak heran sikit lah, sebab aku tengok movie ni and aku perasan, if I'm not mistaken, okay, tak ada satu pun watak dalam movie ini menggunakan iPhone. This is probably one of the first American movie yang tak ada showcase kan karakter mereka menggunakan iPhone. I don't know what happened, okay, aku tak tahu apa, but I know as a user of both Android and iPhone, aku appreciate lah mereka showcase kan Android sekali-sekala lah kan in the big screen. So yeah, this is a weird honorable mention, but it is worth mentioning after all. Other than that, itu saja guys. That is all the good things that I can find about this movie. Everything after this is going downhill. Jujur aku cakap itu sahaja benda yang bagus, at least according to me. Itu sahaja benda yang aku dapat coba carilah untuk puji, untuk bagi credit. Other than that, memang everything else I dislike. So let's get to what I dislike about this movie. Okay, from the get-go, I dislike the casting lah. Bukan dari permulaan film, memang from the trailer itself, aku tahu casting ini is not interesting. I'm not sure sama ada mereka ini new talent ataupun apa. I'm not up to date punya dengan Hollywood new casting ataupun new talent, but it doesn't justify the fact that they chose a bunch of nobodies lah. Aku tak kenal siapa, I've never heard of them, I've never seen their previous work, and this casting is not interesting enough for me. This movie is going great up until dia punya main plot dia lah, di mana Ben sudah mengganas apa semua, and basically everything yang aku nak cakap lepas ini all happens after that. Ada satu inner conflict yang bagi aku tak necessary dalam movie ini sampai menyebabkan karakter-karakter dalam movie ini membuat dumb decision. Aku explain sikit lah. Basically Lucy ni macam ada suka dengan satu kawan lelaki dia ini, but at the same time lelaki tu already have a thing with satu lagi kawan Lucy yang bernama Hannah. So bila Ben sudah kena rabies, sudah mengganas, Hannah suggest why not get a gun gun and shoot the monkey kan, which is a good idea, but due to this stupid inner conflict, Lucy boleh-boleh pula dia macam jadi cepat marah terhadap Hannah. Dia cakap, apa masalah kau weh? Macam tu ke kau layan binatang? That is so stupid. That is so stupid. Sebab haiwan rabies kalau sudah muncul simptom tu maksudnya memang dah tidak dapat diselamatkan. So betul lah suggestion Hannah, find a gun and shoot the monkey kan. But I guess since this is a horror movie, everyone have to make dumb decisions. Speaking of dumb decision, waktu monyet itu dia manage to climb to the other side of the pool, tak ada seorang pun terfikir nak coba lari sebab monyet itu kan satu aja. So which means if the monyet guard one side of the pool, the other side of the pool is left unguarded. Kenapa tak ada seorang pun try nak panjat keluar dari kolam itu, get out and get some help, while yang the rest itu memang stay to like distract the monkey ke apa ke. Tapi for some reason they don't do it. Mereka tercegat situ saja. Oh ya, aku cakap pasal pool kan. This movie ya, aku tak tahu kenapa scene pool itu memang lama sangat. Woi, aku macam rasa macam ini film 12 feet deep ke Primate, sebab scene mereka terperangkap dalam pool ini goes on for too long. I also dislike the fact that diorang ini tahu monyet itu ada rabies, mereka pun dalam kolam kan, tapi tak ada seorang pun doh yang terfikir macam nak simbah air ke apa ke dekat monyet itu, especially waktu monyet itu berdiri di other side of the pool yang sebelahnya memang bukit lah, memang tak ada anything else. Why don't they try to splash some water to the monkey? Sebab if you know anything about rabies, binatang yang terkena rabies ini, they all scared of water, and mereka ini in a pool full of water. Not even a single person try to weaponize water to repel Ben from attacking. One more thing I would like to mention is, aku tak ingat ya dalam movie ini apa yang terjadi dekat lampu dalam rumah ini, but the house is basically dark for almost like the whole of the movie. Rumah ini gelap, okay, tak ada lampu apa semua, to the point where character yang sempat keluar dari kolam itu move so slow. They move too cautiously, but at the same time somehow they manage to terpijak remote TV lah, lepas tu TV main Dora the Explorer lah apalah. So it's like, why not just move faster? Kalau korang sampai terpijak remote itu, lebih baik move at the regular pacing kan. Speaking of the house, ini satu point yang aku, for me, is one of the biggest letdown of this movie, is mereka langsung tak utilize the environment. Kalau korang tengok movie macam movie Jackie Chan kan, dia memang utilize dia punya item yang berada di sekeliling, macam meja, kerusi, sofa, semua macam tu lah. For me, that is a great way to make use of the environment. Movie ni environment dia sudah ada, okay, the house is big AF, okay, itu rumah orang kaya punya, but for some reason aku boleh bagi tahu korang yang mereka only use 3 spot in the house, okay. The first one is the pool, of course. The second one is bilik yang berdekatan dengan pool itu, and lastly dekat balcony directly above the pool. For some reason mereka dekat 3 spot itu saja ya. They don't even, movie ini kan pasal monyet, so why not make one scene di mana mereka sampai naik atas atap and then dikejar oleh monyet yang better at climbing, so they have to race against time or something. But what we get is that 3 spot over and over again dalam movie ini. One more thing I dislike about this movie is soundtrack dia memang kurang cun. I think this is one of the main OST di mana music ini dimainkan waktu dikejar oleh Ben ataupun tengah berlawan, fight for your life against Ben. But for some reason music itu memang tidak cun, memang hilang terus suspend. Okay, tak main lah kan kalau bincang pasal horror movie tanpa bercakap tentang cliche scene. Okay, ada satu cliche scene yang aku almost puji dia, sebab I thought it was not going to happen, di mana karakter ini kan keluar dari pool, mereka tak ada beralas kaki ayam macam tu je. They are walking around the house dengan ada kaca yang pecah di lantai apa semua. Satu karakter dia berjalan okay saja, she managed to walk across tanpa terpijak satu sepihan kaca pun, but for some reason one more character buat benda yang sama, berjalan juga dekat same spot, terpijak juga kaca. I thought that cliche trope of terpijak something during critical moment, I thought that was going to be avoidable in this movie, but turns out not, and here I am complaining about it. And yeah, aku pun tak puas hati dengan Ben, sebab Ben macam selective monkey tau dalam movie ni. Dia selective towards who he wants to kill faster, who he wants to play around with. Kalau side character, senang saja dia bunuh, cepat saja. But when it comes to our main character, pandai slow pula. Took forever for Ben to even harm our main character. Lagi satu yang aku heavily dislike about this movie is tak ada satu pun watak dalam movie ini yang terfikir nak pergi ke dapur ambil pisau ataupun ambil anything, okay, kitchen appliances yang can be used as a weapon. But satu-satunya weapon yang dalam movie ini, I can tell you literally there's only 2 things that they use as a weapon to defend themselves. One is shovel kecil, small shovel yang digunakan dekat pantai itu, and botol kaca. That's it. That's the only two weapon that they use in this movie, despite rumah punya lah besar, but that's the only two things that they managed to use or to find to defend themselves. Other than that, that's it, guys. I let it out of my chest already. That is all that I dislike, and that is all that I like about this movie. So, Primate, I think I would give it a 5 out of 10. It is average. For me, this movie taklah unik sangat pun. It's just a fun, modern horror slasher film with animal killer. Besides that, this movie does not bring much to the table. And personally, I feel like it doesn't live up to the hype yang American audience cakap. That is it for my review of 2025/2026's Primate. Apa pendapat korang, guys? Like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your host, Brother Zain, and I'm out. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace out.
Who the hell has a pet chimp?